Okay, I'm currently going through this moment of cleaning where I'm at, where I'm living, which is currently a living room. And I'm noticing we should have our place of rest and abiding, mainly the place of our abiding, should have the ability to express and be free to breathe. Our place should be able to breathe. And it's not just by our own physical breath, but it is by the internal breath, the breath of the soul, that we should be able to, which we find is we're actually doing this right now in this moment. We're doing it where we're abiding, right? We see the breath of what our abiding has produced, and we look around us, and we must say, when you go into your room, when you go into your workplace, your place where you abide, and when you find yourself to be expressing, take a moment to breathe and just say, this is what I have breathed out. This is what is a expression of what is going on the inside. And breathe it in. What you'll see is your procrastinations, your fears, your worries, the things you put off. And you'll also see the expressions of joy. You'll see the expressions of life. You'll see where your freedom's at. You'll see where you put most of your time in. You'll see where you gain pleasure. You'll see your interests. You'll see everything where you are involved, what you have expressed, and you'll find it in that place. You'll find it in this room where it all abides. And what you see around you, you'll say, this is how you are living life. This is how the essence of your life is living and expressing through, is where your environment is. It is all of this stuff. Say if you take things and you leave it there and it stays there for months, it means you're not dealing with these things. It means it shows that your soul has been blocked. Your expression of yourself is hindered somewhere. And if an expression stays where it is, it shows you're content with it in a way. And the reason why you feel like you're okay with it is because you find yourself in the midst of it. Don't spill your coffee. Every item, everything in your house, in this room has a name, and it's made by your voice. It's actually your name, your voice, the voice and the name you're abiding by and with. This is the production of your environment. This is the production of your own being taking up space in the environment. Now we want to be careful that when we look around us, we're not taking on the environment, because this can happen. The influence of an environment can influence you in a negative or a positive way, depending upon its weight. And can it overpower you? Can its weight overweight you? Right? Do you carry a heavier weight than your environment? This is major and this is key. This is something that is needed to be cultivated. You need to carry a greater weight than your environment. Otherwise, your environment will overcome you. Major process C. Because I look around and I see your living environment. Meaning, if you look into one direction, you're okay by not going there. Which is why it stays where it is. All good and well. How do you deal with it? You have to deal with your pains. You have to go on the inside and deal with your pains. Then you'll begin to see these things start to change. Go on a fast. Literally go on a fast. Don't eat for 3 days. Or don't eat from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. for 3 days. Deny yourself of the pleasures and the things that you would have, that you would normally do, that your face is involved in, that you're in intimacy with. Deny yourself of these things. If that be video games, stop playing video games. If that be TV, stop watching TV. 3 days. And allow yourself to sit in the silence. Allow what wants to come up to come up. And it may not look desirable to do these things. But this is the process of escape. This is the process of pulling out, of uprooting. This is the beginning process of uprooting. You're just beginning to find what you need to uproot. And if it feels like too much, it means you're carrying too much. It's simple. If it feels like too much to bear, you're carrying and you're giving yourself to too much that you are bearing. There's too much demand on yourself. There's too much demand on your own voice. There's too much demand on your soul. Now, these things will build fortitude. These things will build, because of the weight, a sense to carry it. A knowing and how to endure. It will do that for sure. But even how you endure will overcome you as well. Yeah. That's a yoke. That's the thing you're going to bear. You're always going to have a yoke in this life, whatever it may be. There's always going to be a yoke. But what are you going to bear? What is the sound, the substance, and the voice of what you're bearing? And this is why we find in Christ that his burden is easy and his yoke is light. You're always going to have a yoke. Anywhere. You're not going to find yourself escaping something, or what you find and what you're wanting true freedom to describe is an expression to be bare. It is a expression to be bore. It is not necessarily the absence of what you're trying to not have, to not bear any longer. Because this freedom has a voice. This freedom has a noise, a sound, and a substance to it. Because even in your search for that freedom, you're bearing a yoke. You're bearing the noise of that which is not free. You're bearing the noise of that which is keeping you bound. You're bearing the noise. You're walking in a certain spirit. That's basically what this is. You're walking in a expression, or the hindrance of a expression. And sometimes you're going to find yourself longing for something that you do not have, because the expression has not yet been met there. But you cannot be bound and believe you're bound, and that keeps you bound. It's fascinating. That would be a limiting belief. A belief that limits you. A belief that is not substantially, truly in this realm in front of you. But it is somewhere on the inside that you believe. It is on the inside that you have kept this and believed this state. That you believe that you're in this place. But truly, when you look around you, you're not. When you connect into what's in front of you, you're not. You've placed yourself on a table which you've created. And you're holding the substance of what you walk in. Because you believe it. Yeah. Fascinating stuff.